What if I told you that you could build a six-figure portfolio? A portfolio worth over $100,000, starting with just $50 a week. And what if I told you that you don't need to be some Wall Street wizard to do it? No complicated options trading, no crypto gambling, no stressful day trading, and believe it or not, no agonizing over picking the perfect stock. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you exactly how this is not only possible, but completely achievable for the average person. You, me, anyone. This is the simple, no-frills guide to building serious wealth over time. So, let's break down the magic number, $50 a week. At first glance, it might not seem like much. It's a few fancy coffees, a couple of lunches out, or a subscription service you forgot you had. But when you harness the power of consistency, that $50 becomes a financial superpower. $50 a week is to $100 a month. Over a year, that adds up to $2,600. Now, you might be thinking, great, but $2,600 is a long way from $100,000. And you're right, but that's where the most powerful force in finance comes into play, compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And for good reason. It's your money making money, and then that new money making even more money. It's a snowball effect for your wealth. So when you invest that $2,600 each year, it doesn't just sit there. It grows. Historically, the stock market has returned an average of around 10% per year over the long term. Let's be a little conservative and say we get an average of 8 to 9%. If you consistently invest just $50 a week, in about 20 years, you're looking at a portfolio worth somewhere between $130,000 and $150,000. Let that sink in. From just $50 a week, if you keep going for around 25 years, you could be looking at over $100,000. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-for-sure plan. It's about patience and discipline, not luck or high-risk bets. Now, let's talk about the how. How do we actually do this without becoming a stock market guru? The answer is beautifully simple: low-cost index funds or ETFs. Think of an index fund as a basket that holds tiny pieces of hundreds or even thousands of the biggest and most successful companies. For example, an S&P 500 index fund holds a small slice of the top 500 companies in the US. Instead of trying to find the one needle in the haystack, you're just buying the whole haystack. By doing this, you instantly diversify your investment. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. If one company has a bad year, you have 499 others to balance it out. This strategy is famously championed by legendary investors like Warren Buffett, who has advised it for the vast majority of people. It's reliable, it's proven, and best of all, it's incredibly simple to set up. You can open an investment account with any major brokerage firm, set up an automatic transfer of $50 a week, and have it automatically buy into the index fund of your choice. You set it, and you forget it. Well, you don't totally forget it, but you don't have to watch it every single day. Let's get even more practical and map out a potential journey. This isn't a rigid plan, but a realistic progression. For the first year or two, you start with that $50 a week. The goal here is to build the habit. Consistency is the most important muscle you're building at the beginning. You're proving to yourself that you can do this. The amount is less important than the act of doing it week in and week out. Now, as you progress in your career, you'll likely start earning more money. Maybe you get a raise, a promotion, or a better paying job. This is where you can start to supercharge your progress. So, maybe from years 3 to 5, you bump up your contribution. You could increase it to $75 or even $100 a week. This little increase will have a massive impact down the road thanks to that compounding effect we talked about. Every extra dollar you invest early on is like a super soldier working for your future self. Then, as you get further into your career, say from years 6 to 10, you're likely in a much stronger financial position. Now, you can really step on the gas. Maybe you can increase your weekly investment to $150 or even to $150 a week. This is when your wealth building snowball really starts to pick up speed and size. What started as a small, manageable habit is now transformed into a powerful engine for financial growth. And all of this is done using the same simple strategy: consistently investing in low-cost index funds. The beauty of this plan is its flexibility and its focus on what you can control. You can't control what the stock market does tomorrow or next week. You can't control which company will be the next big thing, but you can control how much you save and how consistently you invest. This strategy removes the emotion and guesswork that causes so many investors to fail. You're not trying to time the market, you're just spending time in the market. That's the secret sauce. It's also important to remember that this journey isn't just about the numbers. It's about building financial security and freedom. It's about giving yourself options in the future. Maybe you want to retire early, travel the world, start your own business, or just have the peace of mind that comes with a solid financial cushion. That's what this plan buys you. It's freedom, one $50 investment at a time. Let's recap the entire strategy because it's so beautifully simple it's worth repeating. 1. Commit to investing a small, manageable amount every single week. We're starting with $50. 2. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer and investment so it happens without you even thinking about it. 3. Invest in a low-cost, diversified index fund or ETF. Buy the whole market instead of trying to pick winners. And 4. Be patient and consistent. As your income grows, increase your contributions and let compound interest do the heavy lifting for you over the long run. That's it. That is the entire plan to build a six-figure portfolio. No secret handshakes, no complex charts, no sleepless nights. Just a simple, disciplined approach that has been proven to work time and time again. The hardest part is getting started. So, your challenge today is to figure out where you can find that first $50. Make that first investment. Start your journey. 20 years from now, your future self will thank you for it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this broke it down in a way that feels empowering and, most importantly, doable. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more simple, no-nonsense financial content. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to start your journey. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.